Ooh, welcome back to Copperhead Customs. New episode. If you're new to the channel, get in there and look at all our other stuff. We're normally doing hot rod builds or classics or whatever. But today, I'm going to show you this. 2008 Suzuki Swift. And I want your opinion. I want you to drop your opinion of what I should do with it. So I've owned this for a few years. Never driven it. Well, I've driven it around the block, that's all. This was in Hot Fours magazine years and years and years ago. It was very, very low. It was on chopped springs, horrible to drive. It's fully customised, inside and out. We'll do a proper walk around later. So, 3 years ago I looked at it, was going to buy it. It's got a lifter tick in the motor, so I didn't buy it. Another year or so later it came back up for sale, and I went and bought it for the parts. We'll go through what parts are on it. It's got some pretty cool parts in it in a minute. And it still has the same lifter tick. So obviously it's just a lifter tick. Bad one though. So realistically, needs a motor replaced, or we have to open the motor up. I'd say every man and their dog has tried a treatment for it to no avail. Now I don't know if what you're looking at there, because I'm trying to latch the bonnet up. Right, so we're going to do a walk around on it. We'll try to fire it up. I'll show you everything that it has and hasn't, what it needs doing to, and then I'll ask you guys to drop a comment down below of what you think I should do with it. Should I fix it? Bring it back to its former glory? Should I just sell it as it is to someone else who can fix it? Because I really, really don't have the time for it. But if you guys want to see it on the channel, we'll do it. Or do we just sell the parts and send it to scrap? Alright, so we'll do a quick walk around. We'll go from there. If you're new to the channel, which probably some of you might be, this isn't what we normally do. Go look at what we normally do. Completely different. So anyway, stop looking at my head. Let's look at this. Alright, we'll start. We'll just start it. Right, so when we bought it, chopped springs, like I said, it was slammed on the ground. Looked really cool. Couldn't drive it. It was solid suspension. It actually used to bounce along. It was horrible, I tell you. So I went and put new struts all through it, just standard struts and springs back through it. New shocks in the rear. Well, not new second hand, but a good set of struts, stock springs. Raise it back up so it's drivable. I put that little center console piece in. It's just if you've seen these are just a little add-on you get. It just sits in that little cup holder. I threw that in, that came out of one of the cars. And this is what I was going to do to the interior. I was going to wrap it in that. It's a very, very expensive vinyl wrap, that is. But as you can see, it's just lifted. It's not going to work. I'm not going to waste the time and money on it. So with this is what we think of this. That's what we think of that. So let's have a look. We'll jump in it and we'll start up. Oh, these seats are a little bit uncomfortable for me, but anyway. So they obviously they did some crazy stuff with the dash. Now this is all auto meter gauges in it. Some people like it, some people don't. I absolutely hate the colour of this. There's another auto meter gauge there. But as you can see, it's cracked up. So they've obviously given this a little skim of bog or something. Let's see if we can pick a bit and see what it actually is. Maybe over here I'll get a bit up. So what is it? Yeah, it looks like probably I'd say it's a little tiny skim coat of bog they've given the whole dash, because this is all smooth, whereas it normally has that texture pattern in it. So there's a lot of time, and I don't know if I said this was in Hot Fours magazine many moons ago. So there's some stuff like would need doing. So like, look, this is a factory colour. It doesn't look right, does it? So that would have to get done. To me, black. Same with these. We'd do these black or tan, and the dash I think you'd have to either, I don't know, do you just put a stock one back in? Do I get in and refurbish this to do it? I probably need to pull it out. I can do it. I can do anything on a Suzuki Swift. It's quite labour intensive to actually get these out. It's a couple of hours, but can be a bit of a bear. There's a couple of bolts on each side that actually come in the other way. I don't think they might even be Phillips head screws that hold you up. Like, you get everything else undone. It's quite intensive, but there's 2 bolts so you actually have to like get it right out and then get those last 2 out. It's very doable, but it is not my favourite job, is pulling these out. This is our airbag. So this has had a skim. You can see a little, so whether this is okay or not, I don't even know. This is, it's got a mod plate, so they've obviously half liked it. But so, well, there's your first one. If we do fix it, what do we do with the dash? Do we refurb this dash and paint it a different colour? Or do we scrap this? I can use all the gauges and something else, and we put another one, a stock one, back in. I've got every part known to mankind for this. So there's the dash. In here we've got a beautiful big, is that a 12? I think that's a 12-inch touchscreen. So I'm quite happy to keep that and stick that in one of my rods. We've got that all covered up. That all works. Stock steering wheel. Well, I've got some Swift Sport ones we could put on it. The interior is all suede, roof lining, door cards, but as you can see, it's filthy. So it needs a really good cleaning, which is quite hard for suede, but it can be done. But we need to do like this and these all would have to be painted black, I think, for it to look right. We got Recaro seats. It even comes with a couple of little cushions. Even we've got suede here. Okay, so we'll get rid of that stupid cushion. So yeah, we've got little Recaro sport seats, all done in suede, the same suede. Now, I'm a pretty big boy, so they're not overly great for me, comfortable for me, but door cards are done. All the kick panels are done in suede, and I just stepped on it and made it dirtier. So, there is it's a pretty fancy interior. It needs a bit of TLC, but it's not bad. So, like I said, this can be refurbed pretty easily. This is a bit of a pain, but it's not that, it's not the end of the world. I can do this. I have all other center console, so I could put a brand new, new secondhand, original console and dash, and I've got it all to replace that back to standard, or we could redo that now. So there's your first. If we fix it, do we refurb it? Do we replace it? If we refurb it, what colour do we paint it? Right, we can step back here. We'll just done the interior. We'll come in the back, see all the boots done. These panels here are all ratted out, so they would need something done there. They're in there, but they're ratted. See here, the paint's all ratted out. So again, everything that's painted this colour, I believe, needs to be done a different colour. We've got a big subby and an amp in here. I'll stick that at the back so we can get the seat down. So like I said, I could keep that and throw that in probably my 70 Pontiac would suit this. Let's go back a bit more. Sorry for the dodgy camera work here, guys, but I am actually... Right, so let's get that down. Get that down. Oh, come on. Now it is a bit musty smelling because it's been locked up for a year and a bit. What's going on? Something's caught. Anyway, we'll suss that out later. So yeah, there's our seat. It's quite nice, all suede. So the interior could come up very good with a good bit of TLC. We've got all the chrome accents. Got old Volt wheels, like pretty bogany, but the paint's gone. As you can see, the paint is stuffed. The car, this is not a factory colour. The car was originally black. As you can see here, so this is the dark grey here. That means the car was originally a black car. You can see here in the jams and that. So it was originally a black one. We got custom headlights. So there's very good parts in here. It's just a standard bar, but they've changed the grills in the front. We'll come back to the motor later. We've got custom mirrors. What's that? It's got a Queensland mod plate. What's the mod plate for? That's probably for the end seats, I'd say. Got custom tail lights. You got a huge exhaust. Wait, if I get this thing started, it is loud as sin. So there's the outside. Body-wise, indents. What have we got? We've got a bit of work to do on the seal over the other side. So this, as you know, I paint. So painting's not an issue. Or I was actually, I was thinking of doing it purple, but as you can see, there's a little bit of damage there on that bottom seal. It's actually going to wrap it in purple and do the wheels gold, but yeah, I think I've drifted away from there. Yeah, so we've got some groovy parts in there. We've got a real deal Ridgy-Dig carbon fibre bonnet with a scoop there. Now this looks a bit ratty, but it just needs a light sand and to be re-clear coated. It's come off $1 million. They're actually pretty pricey. I put a set of stainless steel extractors on it. And I put the carbon big mouth cold air intake, which is not a bad bit of gear. So, there's a quick little show of the car. We might as well just stay live on camera. See if we can get it to start, eh? We'll hook this jump pack on it. Now it's been sitting, so this battery will be completely shagged. I'd say, so we'll see. My jump pack's been giving me a bit of grief lately. So, questions are, 1, how bad's my camera work on this film? Very bad, isn't it? So I'm not watching what I'm doing. So, questions are, 1, do I fix this car? Do you guys want to see this on the channel? So we'll rewind a little bit. This is what we have to do to fix it. We would have to fix that dash, do something with that dash, replace it or refurb it. The interior needs to be fully cleaned really, really badly. And like all those plastic bits need to be redone. Then we've got that little bit of bodywork there, and we have to repaint the car. Now, I'm not going to paint all the door jambs, so we would have to paint it a similar colour to this, or a shade. You know, it can be different shade, a shade off of this, but it would have to be something similar. Or, and then we've still got an issue in the motor, which you're about to hear. Or do we just sell some parts? She's dead. We're not going to get this to start, so that's going to stuff my video up completely, isn't it? Let's see if we can get this. Right, I'll tell you what. I'll pause here. We'll come back. All right, we're back. We just had a bit of a dodgy connection, so we just fired it up. As you can hear. Wait, there goes something. That's me jump pack just fell. And landed the right way up. Anyway, right, there it is. That tick's not too bad, is it? That tick actually, I cannot hear it. So this is the weird thing. Normally a lifter tick is on startup, and if anything will go away. This will come on, and if it doesn't, that might be the sign that maybe I should fix it. This lifter tick will come on. It's normally way better than that, so I actually don't know what the deal is there. Let's have a look. Sit in here. It's still there a bit, but Oh yeah, hey, for a little Suzuki Swift, this thing ain't bad sounding, is it? I'll set you down and give it a rev. You can tell me how much smoke this thing's blowing. Not bad for a little Suzuki, is it? It's badass sounding thing. Now this noise isn't that bad at the moment. That actually sounds alright. That actually sounds alright. Listen to this. That's interesting, isn't it? Because this thing has had a lifter noise for years. And it's not there. So this has totally thrown me now. Because that actually sounds good. Alright, so has that just made, have I just made the decision myself? Maybe I have. Like I said, you need to drop your comments down here and tell me, what do you guys want to see? Do you want to see me fix this and bring it back to its former glory? Do I just part it out? Doesn't owe me a lot of money. I can part it out and get a lot of money. I will sell the thing cheap, complete, if someone wants it, because it's not as bad as I was thinking now. So realistically, you bring me 2,000 cash, you can have it. If I'm selling parts, well, I'll probably sell $4,000 worth of parts and then send the rest of it to scrap. I think it's too nice to do that to it. Now that that motor's not making a noise, I actually really do not understand how that is not making noise. Because it's just out there. That's really out there. So as you can see, the carbon, now this just needs to be sanded down with like a, I don't know, probably would do it with maybe some 600, would probably start with maybe some 1000 grit, but I'd probably say with 600, we'll sand it, give that a coat of clear, and that will look unreal. That is, take me an hour to fix that dent there. The rest of the body dent wise is not too bad. There's a couple little shop and trolley dings, well, I don't care about them, they can stay on there, gives it a bit of character. This will be the hardest part, is we got to blend all and get all this shitty clear out. No matter if we wrap it or paint it, that has to happen. And then we give it a squirt of paint. So drop your comments, like I said, drop your comments down below. What do we do? Do we fix it or do we get rid of it? Alright? We'll go. So thanks for watching this. Like I've said, drop your comments on it. Tell us, what do we do? I actually can't believe that. Anyway, Ripper.